The Supercowboy Show. Tune in the Supercowboy Show. The Supercowboy Show. Tune in the Supercowboy Show. Supercowboy rapping all day, every hour. Princess Angie hosting too, bringing girl power. Cowboys football updates and charity, supporting the community, pushing anti-bullying. Angie's hot seat is ready to go, putting guests to the test. Nervous in the studio, so just tune in, be part of the show. Share the link, post a comment, call in, let's go.
Welcome to the Super Cowboy Show, special edition, preseason finale, Cowboys versus Chargers here at AT&T Stadium. I am here with my co-host, Princess Angie.
Hey,
how everybody doing? Good afternoon, good night. Thank you for tuning in. We wanted to jump in here and talk live right after this game and get your guys' reactions to everything that happened today in this game. Let us know what you think. Who did you like? Who you didn't like? I know Angie has her agenda of what she wants to talk about. So let me know what you want to ask me, Angie.
Of course. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like Supercowboy said, we wanted to jump on here live and talk about the last preseason for the Dallas Cowboys against the Chargers at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It was a pretty hot day today, Supercowboy.
Tell me about it.
I felt like even I was like, okay, I think I need to go in the stadium now. But there was a lot of people, for being a preseason game, there was a lot of people in attendance. I saw somewhere that it was 80,000 fans that attended at AT&T Stadium for the Cowboys versus Chargers game.
I want to send a shout out to Rudy El Cargador, the Chargers super fan that was hanging out with me today. It was a hot day, so he wasn't wearing his gear, but shout out to him. He got the Super Cowboy experience by walking around with me and doing the whole thing that I do at the stadium.
And he was doing his thing too as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was passing stickers like crazy. Let me fix my mask all crooked. I look all weird. But Angie, check the audio, Angie.
Yes, I'm not. You tell me you don't like me doing that, but I gotta make sure that as we wait for some people to jump in, I know people are probably at watch parties, kind of getting home, or
still partying up.
I was gonna say after parties.
After parties. I'm gonna share it, guys.
But that's okay. Even if you're at an after party, after you can go rewind it and to watch and see what we were talking about today.
Absolutely.
You ready, Super Cowboy?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just sharing. Just, do your thing, Angie. Do your thing. I'm trying to go live on TikTok also over here.
All right.
See what's going on.
About what happened today. I want to know your opinion, and everybody that's watching, fans out there, I want to know your opinion, your thoughts of today's game and quarterback Trey Lance. Let's start off talking with quarterback Trey Lance. Obviously, after last season, the way the game or the season ended with the Cowboys losing against Green Bay, fans were kind of like, that's it, we're boycotting, we don't want Dak Prescott, bring in Trey Lance. It was like even bypassing, right, Cooper Rush. And It was just automatically, let's go ahead and bring Trey Lance.
There's a Trey Lance fan club. There's a Trey Lance fan club. That's what it sounded like to me.
I was like, wait, where is this? I missed this.
There's a fan club. People want Trey Lance in and Dak out. Just like that. They want to get that swap.
Now, fast forward to now, right? 2024 season.
Yeah.
We saw Trey Lance against the Rams. We saw Trey Lance against the Raiders.
Yeah.
And we saw Trey Lance today against the Chargers, right? Trey Lance started from the beginning and ended the game. Throughout the game, First, let's just go back with the Rams. You were like, okay, Trey Lance does not look like you.
That game, everybody went back to Dak. Like, no, let's keep Dak.
Exactly. It was like
no Trey Lance.
Then the game with the Raiders.
Then the Raiders, they were back a little bit. Back to
he's improved. Right?
He improved.
He's improving. He's going the right way. We want Trey Lance. Who cares?
We want Trey Lance back.
Right?
Yes.
Now, let's talk about now. So against the Chargers, he threw 5 interceptions. Trey Lance
5
interceptions.
5 interceptions in a preseason game.
And there was only 1 touchdown, the one that he ran. So running, he's good at running.
I give him that.
I give him that. Right?
He's a QB runner.
But he still, to me, does not look like he is a QB1. To me, he still doesn't look like, even with the defects that Dak Prescott has, even with the fact that we haven't made it to an NFC Championship game, even with the fact that we haven't made it to the Super Bowl, Super Cowboy, I feel like Trey Lance is still not there. Unless Jerry Jones' mentality is, I kind of want to start right from scratch, and this is who our future is going to be like, and let's kind of start working with him on that.
Well,
right? What do you think?
It sounds like they're saying we're just going to have to go with 3 quarterbacks because we don't know what's going to happen with Dak. And, Rush is probably going to be gone after this season. So now if Dak's gone, Rush is gone, all you have is Lance. You kind of have to say, oh, well, we're going to have to run with him. But did he show improvement? Yes. I mean, he played this whole game, which was great. Yeah. I was like, that's what he needs. That's what he needs. He needs to play the whole game, which he did. He did look a little better. He was some good throws out there. But to me, as he's a number 1 pick, number 4 in the draft with the 49ers, I wanted to see a little bit more of, some better throws maybe. A little bit more of a command, but it is hard because you're playing with the 3s and the 4s and the guys that are not even going to make the team. So it is hard to evaluate him, but at the same time, he's not going to get any other playing time unless something happens to Dak, which, knock on wood, nothing happens to Dak. So he's not going to get any playing time because also after Dak, you got Rush. So he's the 3rd string quarterback. So did I see something a little bit better? Yes, I'm going to give him that. He's athletic. He ran for a touchdown. He had some good throws, but there was a lot of 3 and outs, so I don't know. It looks like he's going to make the team. They're saying that he was safe after this game.
Even
after the 5 interceptions. It's a little hard to get away from 5 interceptions.
But that's why I am asking you, Super Cowboy, does this mean that with the Dallas Cowboys organization and Jerry Jones, since he's out there, he's the one talking all the time, is this kind of what the future for the Dallas Cowboys is looking like?
No, not only that, but you just don't know, like, what they're looking at. Because he had 5 interceptions, but were they his interceptions that he screwed up, or were the receivers' interceptions? They were in the wrong spot where he thought they were going to be or where they were supposed to be. We don't know. That's the kind of stuff we don't know. We don't know what the play was. We don't know what they were doing. It always goes that way, and it counts for 5 interceptions for him, which doesn't look good. But, it looks like he's going to make the team. I guess we'll see, Tuesday, 4 o'clock?
And the only thing to see if he is improving is obviously for him to continue playing. But like you said, he's not even the backup. So how are you?
Lights out. You still look good.
How are you to see him improve if he's not, continuing to play, if he's not continuing to play? And then the other thing is, right, so CD Lamb, wide receiver, he's still not signed. So let's say he is signed, would you feel comfortable having Trey Lance as the quarterback throwing to CD? CD was already showing frustration last season with Dak Prescott. So
yes.
How would that interaction be with Trey Lance?
We don't know. We don't know. We need to sign him. Everybody keeps saying he's going to go somewhere else and all this crazy talk about being traded, which I don't think he's going to get traded. He should get signed this week, hopefully, and be in practice as soon as possible. But that's something that we saw at the game, being there live. Like you said, there was a lot of people there for a preseason game. I think it's because we used to get 2 home games and 2 away games, and now it's 2 away games and 1 home game. So people were like, "Hey, football's back! Let's go check it out." So it was kind of cool to see a lot of people there. 80,000. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and like you said, for it being preseason, that amount of people.
Yes.
So that's where Jerry Jones is kind of like, hey, I'm still making my money, so it doesn't matter, kind of in a sense, what fans are kind of thinking or upset about. He's still kind of making his money. 80,000 people for a preseason game, and it was a hot day. Very hot day for people to be out.
Yes, it was crazy hot.
People were still tailgating. So
I mean, we were out there. I got some people here on TikTok. What's going on, guys? We are live in the Super Cowboy Show on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. The Super Cowboy Show. Let's see what we got. Some comments here from I'm Him. Super Cowboys. What's going on? I'm Him. What's going on here? Let me see real quick. I know some comments here. Somebody said, you don't think he's going to be cut. Moose 13, you don't think he will be cut? I don't think so. I mean, that's what's coming out.
Well, so far,
right?
To what we were seeing, exactly. So to what I was seeing is the fact that there was I didn't finish reading the article, but apparently, supposedly, he's still safe. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm starting to think, if they're keeping him, what is the future looking like for the Dallas Cowboys, right? Because Dak Prescott, this could be his last season. So does that mean if Dak Prescott doesn't sign, is this a direction that we're moving? Because like you said, if Cooper Rush is also not going to be there, then who's going to be that person, right?
Exactly.
So they need that person. So it seems like that they're going towards the direction of keeping Trey Lance to the future.
That's what it looks like. It looks like he's not going to be cut. You know what I'm saying? James Davila, today's game was 80,000. Yes, 80,000.
80,000.
That's what they said, and it looked like it. Yeah, it looked like it. It was pretty full.
It was.
Those tickets were going cheap, so people were like $20, $30.
Yeah.
Let's go to the game. Let's go inside the AC.
But let us know, what do you guys think about Trey Lance in New York?
Yes, I got a comment here on here. We got Mr. Levi Schuster. What's up? Hello, still screaming. How about them Cowboys? Absolutely, always.
Cowboys.
What's up? Instagram, what's going on? Texas 8044 Cowboys. What's up on Instagram? What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the Super Cowboy Show. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Let's see, we got anybody else over here saying something? What's going on? TikTok, what's going on? We're live in the Super Cowboy Show talking about today's preseason game finale against the Chargers. We lost the game, but it was more of a let's see what Trey Lance can do and the rest of the Cowboys. What do you want to talk? You want to talk about a little Deuce Vaughn?
Yes.
Is that next?
We can go ahead and move on to Deuce Vaughn.
Next.
So somebody else that we were kind of looking at running back, Deuce Vaughn. So there kind of been a thing where he has that spark, right? And then he kind of doesn't. And he hasn't really played, as full-time with the Cowboys, constantly in there, as to what I'm referring to.
Came in last season here and there,
Exactly.
a couple plays, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then this season, I was hearing here and there that he might not make, the roster cut. Obviously, it is coming up to the 53-man roster cut. So we got to look and see what. But in today's game, he was out there. He was out there a lot, Deuce Vaughn, and he did make some plays.
yes.
It's just, the concern is, right, does he have the power enough to kind of break some tackles? Because he is short. I mean, I was like, well, how short is he? I mean, he's 5'5". And,
Yeah.
I mean, in the football world, because to me, I'm like, man, that's tall, because everybody's taller than me. But it's like in the football world, it's like he's pretty short, right? He's pretty short.
He's a short running back, which is good.
I was about to say, that was my next thing, but it also could be a good thing because he can maneuver through and try to, break through the run. So, but he did not look that bad in today's preseason game.
He has something. He has a spark. Like, he comes in, he breaks tackles. That's one thing he does. He breaks tackles. and he's just waiting to break one. You're just kind of like he's gonna break one, and it's gonna be awesome. And it's just I don't know if he needs to bulk up a little more, get a little bit stronger. But I'm rooting for the guy. I like Deuce Vaughn. I want him to play a little bit more. And if it was Zeke and Vaughn, I think that would be kind of a good matchup for other teams, to try to stop.
Howell?
I mean, that was good too. But I'm just saying, you don't see that spark. I don't know what it is about Vaughn that there's a little spark that comes in. He kind of looks almost like Barry Sanders, the little spin moves and gets off tackles. So that was something that we wanted to watch in this game, and we got to see a little bit of it. He had some good runs. He had like a long run. It came back for a hold, but then he had another one that was a defensive penalty, and that one stood.
And the crazy part about it is that he's always been short. So and he's through his NFL through his career as going into being a running back and now into the NFL, he has practice. That's what I was kind of reading, that he has practice into being that small of a running back. So he uses that in the way that he has tried to practice and do the plays is based on his, height. So he tries to work with that, if I'm making sense.
So we'll see, because he's a good returner. So that sometimes you just got to be a good special teamer to make the team. So we'll see what happens with Deuce Vaughn. But that's another player that we wanted to keep an eye on, in this game. And he kind of did same as Lance. He did okay, nothing crazy, nothing like he's making the team for sure, but I think he should be safe. And this is his second season.
You think he's gonna be safe?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see.
I think they go 3 or 4 on running back. So I think he's in there.
Well, we have to wait and see.
We will see Tuesday.
We will see.
Tuesday.
I wanted to see also as well, the defense wise, if we're able to kind of stop the run. Because that's kind of been like the struggle.
Man, I don't know if they did that, because you saw that long run touchdown from the Chargers.
Like second, there's strings that are in there. But it is worrisome because if somebody gets injured, which we'll have a conversation next about injuries, but if somebody does get injured, this is your second string, this is your third string. And something with the Dallas Cowboys, they've had an issue stopping the run.
Yeah.
That has been in the past season, stopping the run, especially if you have your quarterback that runs as well, right? So then you have your running back that can break through, and then you have your quarterback. So it's like having to stop that run. It's just something with the Dallas Cowboys that I still haven't seen kind of work. So, I'm hoping that kind of gets, better once, the regular season starts and we see the starters on there. I don't know how you feel about that, Super Cowboy.
Yes. I mean, the thing that you want with the second string, you want the second string to come in and just not miss a beat, That's the ideal situation in preseason. Your second string comes in and they go down the field and they score. Because then you're like, okay, my first string is good, and my second string is scoring and moving the ball. So we shouldn't have any issues if someone goes down and any of the starters go down. You got a solid second string, squad. So I think those are the teams that make it to the Super Bowl. Those are the teams to make it to the playoffs. Those teams that if they lose someone, they could just put someone in there and they don't lose a beat. So hopefully everybody's healthy. I know we had a big setback on defense.
Yes, before the game started, we heard that Darren Bland, quarterback Darren Bland, is going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks with a stress fracture.
Out of nowhere.
And he's going to be having surgery.
Oh,
so I was trying to go back and be like, well, what happened, right? Because we're just hearing about this today. Like, when did this happen? And apparently he was feeling like, I guess, some soreness or something like that, like the last week of training camp. And then he had imaging, and that's when they saw the fracture. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have surgery on it. So, the recovery after surgery and kind of healing and all of that. So they're kind of estimating for him to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Jesus.
So, Jerry Jones was asked about this. We're like, hey, how are you feeling? Do you feel like are you going to be looking for more quarterbacks? What is the plan, right? What is the game plan looking like with Darren Bland out? His response was that the good news is we've got some guys that have really shown well in camp and we won't be looking at all. So he feels comfortable enough with who he has So we gotta look and see because who's gonna. We have Diggs, right, who was out from an injury.
He's
right?
coming back.
He's coming back. He was out last season in training camp as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when the injury happened, and you were like, "Are you kidding me?" He's out for the whole season.
Yeah.
Now you have him coming back. In training camp, I didn't really see that spark of him, of Diggs. I don't know how you feel.
I didn't think they had him doing anything crazy.
That's what I was gonna say. But then again, he wasn't really full on there, so I kind of have to see what that looks like during regular season.
Yeah.
But that's my worry, right? Now you have Darren Bland on the other side, who now is gonna be out for about 68 weeks. So who's gonna be the second man up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like who are we talking about? Like who's going to be out there? Who can go in there and kind of make that stop? Because he did have what was it, like 14 interceptions? In the past 2 seasons that he's kind of played, he's had a lot of interceptions. So he is a good corner.
Yeah.
So this is to me this is a worrisome injury.
Absolutely, because you're talking about, let's say we go on the under 6 weeks. You're talking about week 5. He might come back, or 4, week 4 or 5 of the season. So that's a lot of time with him not playing, and that's if everything goes well.
Exactly.
So that's a situation we didn't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to hear that when we're about 2 weeks away from the first game in Cleveland. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But even think about it. If he is back, like you're saying, he comes back a couple of weeks in after surgery, how can you expect them to be 100% full force after you just had surgery on your foot and you're still kind of recovering, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, it's just a worrisome situation. I'm hoping that I can see some of these guys kind of step up. And we're going to have, I guess we'll see first game to see who's going to be out there.
Yeah. We got some comments here on Instagram. I see Rudy El Cargador Flores. What's up? Hola, y'all. He says, what's going on, brother?
What's up?
We just gave you a shout out earlier in the show when we said Rudy was a trooper and hanged out throughout the game. We got Chains by Boss. What's up, brother? He says, hey, guys. Today looked a little scary. Jerry, give CD his cheddar.
Seriously, he should. And we will be posting some
Chains by Boss. We took some pics. We took some pics with our chains. Because I see Lit Fans Chains also. What's up, bro? I appreciate all the new customers, Super Cowboy. Hey, hell yeah, man. That's what we're here for, guys, to help you guys out. Everybody liked that light up chain. It was badass. And everybody's like, where did you get that? I'm like, scan the barcode. And they were asking about the Chains by Boss too. I was wearing the mica one. So everybody's like, where'd you get that? So I'm sending people your guys' way. Definitely. I know Rudy El Cargador, he's probably still partying over there at Texas Live. It's Mimi time. But we had an awesome time out there. Football is back.
Yes, and we just wanted to jump in, quickly. We didn't want to take too much of you guys' time, but we just wanted to discuss.
Just give a little recap.
Just a tad bit of what we thought, and obviously hear your thoughts, guys, on what you thought the game was looking like today. But it's just preseason, right? Preseason is all about Super Cowboy kind of checking to see what the guys can do out there, right? Yeah. Who's going to be where? What are we looking like? So, we'll see.
It was all right.
It was all right?
It was all right. It's just all right. But we're ready. We're ready to go. The fans are ready to go. I thought the fans were going to protest and not go. I was thinking like it's going to be less people, but they showed up.
Exactly.
They showed up. 80,000 strong. That makes me feel good. I know there's a lot of Saints fans coming, so we got to pack up that stadium against the Saints. Home opener, guys. So show up and show out. You know how we do it.
Yep.
You got anything else, Princess Angie?
That's it. That's all I got. Like I said, just really quick recap. Let us know. Comment. You tell us what your thoughts are about today's last preseason game, Dallas Cowboys versus the Chargers at AT&T Stadium.
I want to say what's up to TikTok, guys. Thank you for tuning in to our show here, the Super Cowboy Show. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're trying to raise the YouTube subscribers, the Super Cowboy Show. And we will have our next show Saturday, the 31st, when we will talk about the actual 53-man roster and what we're going to expect for this first away game in Cleveland, Ohio. Let me see right here on Instagram real quick before we leave. Chains by Boss, for sure. Appreciate the love. Thank you, brother. Thank you for sending us those chains. Those are awesome. He says, appreciate you, the both of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ruda Calderón says, go Chargers. Enjoy your win, brother. Enjoy your win. And that's it from us, the Super Cowboy Show. Tune in, follow us. Angie, where can they follow you?
So you guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X under Angie La Princesa, or Princess Angie.
Hold on.
And Super Cowboy, give your handles.
Oh, sorry. I think I just invited somebody to my live.
Oh, no.
I clicked invite. I'm like, no. TikTok at Super Cowboy, Instagram _Super Cowboy. On Facebook, Super Cowboy. You got to say it twice. You almost got to say it 3 times like Beetlejuice. And on Twitter, X, at Super Cowboy 78, I believe, or at Super Cowboy. You can find me there, guys. But thank you, and we'll see you guys soon for more content. Bye.